What you've been told about suicide is wrong, and that lie is currently killing people. This is the truth that no one wants to tell you. You see, the very thought of deleting yourself isn't something that you were born with. Instead, you developed it over time, but somehow people are so quick on their judgment to tell you, yo man, you need to take pills. And even worse, they sometimes tell you that some people are simply destined for that. And at the end of the day, you're going left and right from an answer to answer. In reality, you're finding more questions than ever and never finding the answer as to why you even feel the way you feel right now. And you see, I want to explain something to you. The thought of a suicide doesn't exist in the place, in the realm of successful people. Why? Because they are happy. Somehow, for some stupid reason, I don't know why, it only exists in the lives of depressed people. And that's pretty much it. First of all, before we move on, I want to explain to you the definition of depression according to actual masculine men nowadays. The definition of depression is a sign. It is not some crippling ailment that struck you from the sky and now suddenly you can't do shit because it struck you. But nowadays, people have developed this one thought which goes like, man, I can't do shit because I'm depressed. My life is shit because I'm depressed. But let me tell you something. Your life isn't shit because you're depressed. You're depressed because your life is shit. And there is a subtle difference there. You see, in one, you basically have the thought of depression before you can do anything. In the second one, you allow the depression to come to you and lead you off. So really, here is what happens when you allow that. You become a helpless little puppy just waiting to drown in the endless abyss of a sea of depression. Depression, meanwhile, it's something called lack of initiative. So do something about this fact and finally put an end to this question that doesn't even make any logical sense. Up to the age of 16, I had basically no real friends. You see, I was jerking off 30 times a day, I was playing video games for 40 if not 50, 60 hours a week, and on top of that, I was eating shit every single day. Now, the result of such a life, obviously, you can guess, I became depressed. I became a guy who finally lost his online girlfriend. I became so distant from my own family. I was in the worst physical and mental health position of my entire life. And not only that, I was getting bullied left and right. As a cherry on the top, I also let my hygiene go to absolute crap. It was non-existent. And people had the right to tell me that I stank because I showered once every week. Now, you see, that ended up to a very horrible realization within my life. Here is the deal. I can't continue like this and expect myself to succeed. I simply cannot. It makes no sense. Why would the world give me something if I'm like this? And so, after that logical conclusion, I decided that it would be the best for me to just delete myself, because somebody else could use the water, air, and shelter I used so far. But instead of doing anything rash and stupid, I decided to first of all check YouTube out of all places. I don't even know why. I check YouTube and inside all this bullshit that I used to watch, I find a video that I end up clicking upon. And so once I click, that guy summarizes my entire life within 3 short minutes. What happens next is, I decide to finally take action on this video. I started gratitude journaling, meditation, journaling in general, finally exercised, and started even educating and reading books for the first time of my life. And now what happened after this one day was, 2 days later, I cleaned my room, which gave me the confidence to finally say, you know what? Christian, you are capable of something, man. Like, you did this. You did this. Look at that. You clean your room. Shit, man, you can do a lot of stuff. I started thinking in the terms of my future self and delaying gratification for him. I was basically sacrificing now for a better future in the future. And so what happened was, for 8 months straight, I just kept on sacrificing myself so that in the future I can have a better life. 8 months down the line, the same people that once bullied me now are looking at me and telling me that I can become a model. Girls now are looking at me instead of the other way around, and they feel lust for me for the first time in life. And lastly, I ended up changing my life to such extent which basically planted the entire foundation, which now led to an online business, to me being able to support myself through the internet, and not only that, to become someone that other people look up to. So it turns out a depression is only here, only present in your life when you know that you ain't good for nothing. You can take two paths right now. The first path, the path of the failure. You decide, hey man, this is a cool video, however, you know what, I'm gonna do it later. Later never comes. You end up just crying to yourself later on and telling to yourself, yeah man, I'm still depressed, I don't know, that video didn't work. Meanwhile, you've never taken action. You're gonna come back 8 months later to perhaps the same video, if not another one that I create, and just wonder to yourself, you know what man, I could have taken action back then. Why didn't I, man? Come on, man, what? And you're gonna be depressed even more. Or you can be the second category of people which I actually respect, and you can gain my respect like that. You can take action from this free video, bro. Free guide. This is literally better than fucking therapy right now. I'm telling you that the system, I'm telling you the core roots, bro, of every single depression problem within this life. You, my friend, will not end up killing yourself or do something rash and stupid if you just take action right now. But only right now. So if you decide to take action, good on you. Take a page of my book and decide to write it in your own one too. Thank you for watching. If you decide to be in the second group, I can guarantee that 3 weeks later, 3 weeks later, not 3 months, 3 fucking weeks later, if you seriously take this video for real, 3 weeks later, you're gonna come back to this video and you're gonna write one of the most amazing comments you've ever written, because this video changed your life. Thank you for watching. Now it is up to you. I took action back then. At 16, I took action. That's why I'm here. Now you, my friend, have to do the same decision.